Okay, so we're going to do a quick video tutorial on the test image. Now the test image there's a Word document that details all the steps of making the test image, but I'm going to make a video now too to supplement that. So we're in AutoCAD, we click on here, we go new, and we pick the template. Now the template we pick is AutoCAD ISO.dwt. So the template is the kind of basic file layout. Alright, we want to pick this one because it's millimeters and metric. Okay, we go open and we get a new file. It's now called drawing 2, yours might be drawing 1. So we do a save as. The first thing we always do is save. We don't want files that are named drawing 1 or test or anything like that. I always put the date 2020 underscore, never a slash, 08 for August underscore 22 for the day, and then I'm going to call it AutoCAD tutorial and save. I use the date in this format because Windows will order it correctly if you put the year first, and I always put the date so that every day I can save it with the new date, and I can always go back to my file if I need to. Now this is the command line here. Alright, it's very important that you learn how to click onto here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check it's in millimeters. If I type units, it comes up and it tells me here that it's in millimeters. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I've saved my image, I've checked it's in millimeters. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my document ready to start designing. Now if we look at the cursor here, we can see we're in 3,400 millimeters across and 700, so like 3.4 meters in this direction and 7.7 of a meter in this direction. Now we want to draw starting at 0, 0. The first thing, if you don't have these coordinates, you click on these 3 lines here and you make sure that this coordinates is ticked. Now to get us into the right space, let's type zoom. So this gets us into where we want to. So we type zoom, we press enter. Now it's asking, and it's very important you look at what it's asking here. Zoom. Specify the corner of window. Okay, so we want to type 0, 0 to start us off there. Press enter, and then we want to specify the opposite corner. Now our drawing is out to about 100 in each direction. So we go 100 for the x-axis, 100 for the y-axis, and press enter. Now if I use my scroll wheel on my mouse to zoom out one click, I can see from the cursor here that along the x-axis I go from about 0 up to 100 or 200 in the view that I'm looking at. So this is a good scale to draw at. Going up here, 100. Alright, and I can check my drawing actually appears here. You can move this around. If you click on the scroll wheel, you can pan. So zooming and panning are the 2 main techniques for getting the image, getting the paper, which is this image, this thing here, this page here, where you want it. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my first rectangle. So the first rectangle, if you look, the bottom left is at 10, 20 and the top right is at 100, 60. So I choose this rectangle icon up here, and you can see that this has got 2 blue dots on it. That's showing that you put the opposite corners in, it can draw a rectangle. It's asking for the opposite corners. So I'm going to click on this, and then I'm going to go down into my command window again, and my first corner point, my bottom left corner point, is 10, 20, and I'm going to press enter. So now I could draw and click like this, but I want to actually do it accurately and enter the coordinates. So I can just bring my cursor straight back down here and then click on there in the command window again, and I go 100, 60, enter, and I get the first rectangle, the big rectangle, and I can check it's in the right place by moving my cursor up here. Yes, it's at 10, 20 about, and here's 100, 60. Right, so now I'm going to move on to drawing my my other small rectangles in there, which have got to be in the right place. So I can do the same thing. Rectangle, the upper small rectangle, the bottom left is 35, 40, and then I go enter, and then the next one, so I don't have to move anything, I just keep typing. The next one is 55, 50, enter, and I get that rectangle. Click on rectangle again, but I can, if I don't want to click on that again, I want to stay in the command line, I can actually type rectangle and then click on here, and then I get my next coordinates are the next coordinates are for this one are 50, 25, enter, and then the top right of this one is 55, 35. Alright, so now I've got two rectangles. Now I'm going to draw my circle. I click on my circle. The center point of my circle is 20, 30. Enter, and it's now asking for the radius, which is 5. Okay, so I can either type it in here or I can click down here and type it here. Enter, and I get my circle with a radius of 5. So we can see that's what the circle was going to ask for, because it's got a blue for the center point here and then the radius. And if I hover over it for a while, it'll actually tell me what it's actually going to ask for. All right, now I'm going to draw the triangle. Now the triangle is a bit different because we don't know what the center of the triangle is. So we'll go up here and we'll go to polygon. All right, we click on polygon, and here you can see it asks for how many sides it has. Now a triangle has 3 sides, so I type enter. Now it's asking for the center of the polygon, but I don't know what the center of the triangle is. So let's click on edge here. So I click on this option here, and I specify the first endpoint of the edge, which is the bottom left of the triangle is 70, 40. So I do 70, 40, enter, and we can see it gives us one there. And now we're going to specify, click on here, the second one, which is 90, 40, and it assumes an equilateral triangle, so it'll make it like that with all the sides the same and all the angles the same. Now I'm going to go in here and go save to make sure it's saved, and we know that it's saved in documents as AutoCAD tutorial.dwg. So that's all you need to do. Very, very quick. That's all you needed to do for the test image.